Hi everyone, Karen from Zen Tenkara, owner and founder. We're in the midst of a donation deal where you can get 60% off a new Tenkara Rod, the model of your choice, which is a deep discount, 60% off, if you donate a working and fishable rod. And you can see behind me we are getting quite the collection of rods. This is just one group that we've gotten in just in the last 2 days. And I go through them all and check because, you know, we are donating these rods and we want them to be definitely usable. But as I'm going through the rods, I have gotten to peek at a few things, and it just made me think like, wow, I really need to address this. And so interestingly, today we had a Zen rod donated, and it's a little rough and it looks a little worse for the wear. And the person who donated this rod is actually purchasing a new one. And kind of starting all over. But when I opened the rod to extend it to make sure all the sections were there, I felt like I was running my fingernails down a blackboard. There was definite grit inside the rod, and it just really needs a cleaning. In fact, I would not even open the rod the entire way because I knew that there was grit in the sections. And what happens is over time, when you are opening and closing the rod, extending it and collapsing it, any grit or dust or dirt or sand particles that are on those sections ends up, when you collapse the rod, getting shoved down into the sections of the rod and then gets trapped between the sections when the rod is in a nesting position. And every time you open that rod, that section is going to slide and grind on the section that it butts up against. And over time, what happens is you're creating microfractures in the carbon fiber. And then you're going to be on a fish that may be very small and not a big fight, and all of a sudden you'll pull back on the rod and pop, a section will break, and you'll say, hey, what happened? You know, that fish wasn't big. Why did it break? Well, it's because you've had this buildup of micro fractures in the carbon fiber over time. And I don't know if you can see my hand right there, but this was just rubbing my hand along one of the sections, and you can see there's all kinds of dirt and grit. And I unscrewed the back of this and simply, and I'm not going to call out any names, but ran my hands along the section of the rod, as I said, just a couple of them, and it was like, whoa, Nelly, this is, you know, this is pretty bad. This rod definitely has not been cleaned in quite a long time. If ever, I'm calling you out, you know who you are. And as I look at these sections, I can already see that there are, I mean, oh, bad, that there are micro fractures in on these pieces. And I don't know if we can get it on, I don't know if we can get it. I'm going to try down so that you can see. And I don't know. You might be able to see them sort of in here. Let's see if I can bring it in a little closer. It's kind of hard to see it, but I mean, from the naked eye, this is much clearer. And these are all little teeny, there you go. These are all teeny micro fractures in the section of this rod. Let's see if I can find that focus point again. And so what would happen here is this rod will probably break, or a section will break with not too much pressure. And I can't quite find that focus point again. But you can see there are some microfractures, and you can feel them with your fingernail. You know, I can feel them with my fingernail right in here. These are also little micro fractures in the carbon fiber because there has been grit rubbing back and forth each time this rod has been opened and closed. And you'll find, you know, that this happens more kind of towards the base than at the top. And so, as I said, you can feel these with your fingernail. And so I am here to tell you, please take care of your toys. Whether you're paying full price for your rod or you are taking advantage of 60% off, please go to our YouTube channel, Zen Tenkara Zen Fly Fishing Gear, and there is a very in-depth video on how to properly clean and care for your rod. And you do need to do this because if not, you are going to have a break on a section when you least expect it and probably least want it. So taking care of our toys is always a good idea. And that's just my little message so that your Tenkara rods will last longer and function properly and perform well and bring you years and seasons of wonderful fishing joy. So tight lines, go to the YouTube channel, Zen Tenkara Zen Fly Fishing Gear, and check out our video on how to clean your Tenkara rod. All right. Thanks so much, and thank you for all the wonderful donations. I know Project Healing Water is just going to love this, and we've had just an incredible response. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Tight lines and happy fishing.